don't get me wrong, I am very much patriotic when the mood suits me. And showing an image of the American flag is always good, but really has nothing to do with anything going on other than the fact that today is actually Flag Day, and so I want to have a flag, right by me to start off the video. So, yeah. The fact it's it's really the only flag around here that, I see, so, use what you got, that's all it is, really. By the way, even though, yes, it is Flag Day, which is June 14th, the reason why I'm wearing a jacket is because apparently 2020 decided that we're only going to have 3 seasons instead of the usual 4. See, the first season was quarantine. The second season was summer, which is basically the appearance of summer, yet the temperature of fall, or autumn, if you will. Hence why I'm wearing the jacket, and you can actually kind of see my breath. Holy cow. I don't think I've ever actually had a video where you can see my breath before. Neat. And the third season will likely be winter, but it's going to come in some sort of giant wave of depression that's going to make everyone think, man, 2020 really wasn't as good as we all thought it would be. Well, I'm certainly going to try and make every day in 2020 good. I mean, I can't really speak for everyone on planet Earth, but, I can definitely try and make my day pretty good. So, that's awesome. Good morning and happy Sunday and happy Flag Day, everybody. And by the way, also pay attention to the flag because you're going to need it for something else in a minute. So last night, I said yesterday in my video that I had family coming in. It was my cousin and his girlfriend, which after we got up to the lake, we hung out for a little bit. And, here's the thing. My cousin and his girlfriend are staying at my late grandfather's place because for now we still have it. And we all decided we were going to meet together for dinner at the Switzerland Inn. Yeah, last night we all ate, drank, and we got Switzed, and it was awesome. But here's the thing. Even though, in all fairness, the reception up here at Keuka Lake really isn't that great. But my cousin ended up getting lost trying to find the Swiss. And I'm thinking to myself, it's basically a giant circle. Oh, well, eventually, we all got to meet up and we all had a wonderful dinner at the Switzerland Inn. I had myself a prime rib, which is actually the first prime rib I've had since Libs' prime rib way back before quarantine ever happened. So that was nice to have again. My father and my cousin, my cousin at my father's suggestion tried the Swiss burger. Yeah, the Switzerland actually has a burger named after him. And my mother had the Keuka burger. Now, I'm pretty sure, again, it's been a while. It's sweet. I just read the menu. I just read the menu at the Swiss last night, but I didn't really quite memorize it all. I know the Swiss burger is essentially your typical standard, good quality burger with, it's a burger with, I think it's just like a regular burger, but I forget what they do with it. I know that the Swiss burger, or the Keuka burger, which my mom had, has horseradish on it, which I love me some horseradish, so can't go wrong there. My cousin's girlfriend ordered a pretty good-looking chicken sandwich. So, yeah, we had a wonderful time, and now things get a little bit better. Because, okay, full disclosure, I may have said this a couple of times on camera, but I really am not the biggest fan of playing cards, and the reason why it stems from it is the last time that I played it way back in summer of 2017, so starting making these videos. What happened was that night, I had to meet my uncle / godfather for dinner, and we were gonna hang out afterwards, but then even though my parents had to work like the next day, they still came up to Keuka Lake anyway, so it kind of ruined the sort of bonding thing going on. And then before they came, there was the actual card game we played. It was both of my godparents, so my aunt and my uncle, another aunt and uncle I had, a cousin, and several of my cousins. I think it was like 7 people all together. And the game we normally play is a game called Spades. Now, I'll get into the, rules maybe another time. But all you really need to know that for this situation, a game of spades, which really could take about 15, 20 minutes, took like almost an entire hour. And it really was because a combination of my godfather having no idea what bid he wanted to make, and my godmother having full-blown conversations with others while it was her turn to make her bid. It actually got so bad that during the game I had to yell at her to finally make a bid, please. Rather unbecoming of me, actually. Needless to say, after that night I haven't played spades since. Until last night. So, I'm thinking, okay, even though I haven't played since 2017, come on, playing spades is one of those things where it's like riding a bike. You never forget how to play it. And so, throughout the course of the game, we're having some laughs, we're having some fun. I'm starting to remember the reasons why I really did sort of like playing spades, and some of the reasons why I didn't like it. And through it all, which I'm completely stunned I'm saying this, but after essentially a 3-year hiatus, or a 3-year retirement, I won. This is a scorecard. See, back before I stopped playing... Oh, wow, that was really cool. Like a bug got in my eye. Not literally in my eye, but it's on my sunglasses. I'll probably wash these sunglasses after this video. Anyway, so... yeah, before I stopped liking playing cards, if I won the game, I would keep my scorecard as sort of a trophy. So, my trophy, with a score of 114, that was my score. That's what I got. And you know what? You know why not? I'll do this. Hold on a second. As a fan of Guy's Grocery Games, I'm sure some of you are probably going to get this reference. If you'd like to add lyrics, you could do the I am evil Homer, I am evil Homer, I am evil Homer, I am evil Homer. Okay, we're good. So, yeah, I had to do that. So, yeah. If you really want to be bold and daring, you could say that me winning after essentially 3 years is essentially, for the first time playing, that was my first time playing spades in almost 3 years. That's about as close to a Tiger Woods as I'm going to get. Probably. After, not doing well for so long and finally winning one again. You know what the sad part is about the last game I played before last night? I'm pretty sure I actually won that game. And I couldn't enjoy it because of everything going on. Well, actually, there was more to the story than that. I didn't even get into how I was preparing for the Wine Glass Marathon in 2017, and my mom was actually doing a great job of trying to keep me from qualifying, but that's neither here nor there. Literally the morning after we played that spades game way back in 2017, I'm going for a run, and I sprained my sacroiliac joint. Now, for those of you who are adept at anatomy and physiology, you know where the sacroiliac joint is. And you know that if it's injured, it's not only painful, it's slightly debilitating. In fact, it got to be so painful for me, I didn't think I was going to be able to run the Wine Glass Marathon at all. Although, between that and, again, the other stuff my mom put me through in 2017, there was no way I was going to qualify for Boston. Ultimately, at that point, the dream for qualifying the Boston Marathon had died. I mean, don't get me wrong. In a way, I can still hold my head high that throughout all of this, I've ran 4 marathons, with 3 of them being Boston Marathon attempts, and each one, well, sort of averaged out around the same. I mean, one was close, one was the worst, and one was in the middle. So, put that together. And I guess I sort of attributed some of that to, the card game that I spoke of earlier. But, I'm back to liking playing cards. So, I'm cool with it. I think I can move on. And to all my family members who may happen to be watching this video, fair warning, I'm back. And I'm bringing the thunder. In terms of playing spades, that is. Actually, you know what? No. I'm not bringing the thunder. I'm bringing... What's a really good one? I'll just be bringing all I got. How's that? I can't really physically bring thunder because thunder is a weather phenomenon that I myself am incapable of making because I'm merely a human being. So... now that that's taken care of, I mentioned that you were going to need to know about the flag, which... Can you see that? Sorry, I can't. Yeah, okay, you can see the flag behind me. Now, I mentioned that today is Flag Day, and it is. However, there's something significant about today that I really do need to bring up. Something rather serious. Now, I've said this story before, and I don't feel uncomfortable in any way talking about it. So here it is. Many years ago, I had contemplated suicide. And it was around the time, and I should also explain, I'm not giving the whole story. I'm saving that for literally 6 months from now, but we'll get to that again 6 months from now. And I had ultimately decided that during my time at Trinity Pauling was when I was going to do it. And again, I had no idea when. I believe I was going to do it around January of 2009. Unfortunately, though, what ended up happening was right before the winter break, before we all went home, someone else on campus had committed suicide. His name was Andrew Einstein. He was one of my teammates in cross country. He was a pretty fantastic lacrosse player in his own right, although I sadly never got to see him play. And needless to say, his death brought about a tragedy so great that it infected the entirety of the campus. And at that point, I thought to myself, I can't do that to my brothers. So I didn't. In a way, even though as sad as it is, he saved my life. And my brothers saved my life, and how they all banded together and helped each other out in that time of, depression. I say this story now because today, June 14th, would have been Andrew Einstein's birthday. Now, I don't know the exact year he was born because, you guys already know this, I'm 30 years old. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if Andrew was older than me or if he was born on June 14th, 1989 or June 14th, 1990. Because if he was born before December 28th, he'd obviously be 31. He'd be 31 right now. But if it was after, December 28th, 1989, he'd be younger than me, obviously. So, I know it was June 14th. I just don't know the year. But let's say that for the sake of... Well, he'd be in his 30s. I know for a fact he'd be in his 30s because he was a PG just like I was. And he was there for lacrosse. Just like, I was there for wrestling. So, needless to say, first off, I dedicate, this video to the Einstein family. I hope you're all doing well, given the time that, we're in, And actually, the reason why I know it was Andrew's, because here's the thing. Andrew had passed away long before I even had a Facebook. So I ended up asking, his father when his birthday was because, I'd like to dedicate, that particular video, each and every year I do it, on that particular day to, the Einstein family, which I'm clearly doing right now. And he had said that, it was 14th, and I thought it was June 14th, and then I said, oh, Flag Day, okay, because, yeah, that's why you gotta remember the flag. That's why, again, you gotta remember the flag was there, and that's why, because, Flag Day is Andrew Einstein's birthday, so it's easy to remember. At least it was easy for me to remember. I mean, well, yeah, I don't know what I'm saying there. But my point is, I really hope that the Einstein family is doing well. I'm sure it's probably a difficult time this time of year because, again, it would have been his birthday. I hope the Einstein family's doing well. Hope they're all in good spirits. That goes without saying. And I'll never forget. This is actually something I don't think I talked about. Well, I did talk about it, just not when I should have. And that's several months later. I believe it was April of 2009 when I was attorney Pauling. Andrew Einstein's parents actually came to speak. And, well, I'll be perfectly honest. I, for the life of me, can't remember a word of what, his father said during his speech. I just remember, there is one thing I do remember. And that is, when Andrew had passed away, his funeral was huge. Like, from what I remember him saying, there was hundreds of people came to his funeral. The governor of South Carolina, he was from South Carolina, you see, he came to Andrew's funeral, which, I mean, I live in upstate New York, so a lot of people have a similar opinion about my state governor, but, I mean, I would think it's pretty big if, I happen to go to a funeral and, the governor was there. That'd be pretty cool, I would think, opinion aside. So, yeah, Andrew Einstein's funeral was pretty big and something special. Because, he was really big into his home state of South Carolina. And, again, the governor of South Carolina came. That's pretty neat, if you ask me. So, yeah. In fact, it was because of that inspired me to, keep in mind, I was always going to wind up visiting Andrew Einstein's gravesite sometime in the future, eventually. But now, because of that, it actually inspired me to look up the state flower of South Carolina. Because if I go, I would bring a bouquet of the state flower of South Carolina to Andrew's grave, which it turns out are yellow jessamines, which I don't really know much about them, but I've seen what they look like because, the internet, and they're very pretty flowers. I like the yellow jessamines. Think of sort of a bright shade of yellow. Obviously, the name of yellow jessamines. They're small looking, kind of. They kind of grow on vines, I think. But they look pretty. And, a bouquet of yellow jessamines is the state flower of South Carolina, to pay respects to Andrew Einstein. Sure, I would totally do that. And, I would then say the following words when I got up to his gravesite. After placing the bouquet of flowers directly in front, as per, tradition when visiting a gravesite, I would say the following phrase, which is my favorite Irish blessing. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be ever at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rain fall softly on your fields. And until we meet again, may the Lord hold you in the palm of his hand. I really love that saying. That's probably the first time I've ever really said that without, nearly shedding a tear. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still feel sad, obviously, but, it's sort of, I don't want anyone to think I'm, becoming, because seriously, I do feel sad. I don't want anyone to think I'm a robot, I swear. But, yeah. Okay, now it's starting to come up. Okay, I should probably end this before it gets completely over-emotional. So, yes, I hope everyone has a happy Flag Day. Again, that's why the American flag was there, because there's the only flag on hand I could find. Which, I like the American flag. The American flag is cool. And, yeah. Gotta do this obligatory shot. Even with the sunglasses, the sun is still burning. So like, favorite, share, hit the subscribe button, follow me on social media platforms, turn on those notifications on YouTube. I enjoy helping make this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday and Flag Day. To the Einstein family, I hope you're all doing very well during these times. And remember, if you guys want to talk and channel, it's going to be here to lend your nose back. Take care and make good choices. See ya. Why don't you get another shot like that in? Bye.